Hello, hello, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program Career Mode. So, after last time of finally doing a successful moon mission, we're going to head to the other moon of Kerbin, and we're going to go and start looking at the Minmus contracts. So, this first one is just to pass by it. Because of all the science that I got from doing the Mun mission, I'm hopefully going to be able to do what I wanted to do the first time. I wanted to create a satellite on the first mission to the Mun when that was just an explore mission, but I didn't have anything really required to do so. But now I actually do kind of have the things I need. So I've just unlocked basic electronic stuff, so I've got better solar panels and the most basic stuff I need to create a sort of more relay satellite. So it also hopefully means that when I actually send people there, they will have better satellite connection. Okay, cool. So which one of these is the one that I just unlocked? Okay, so these two are very similar. It's just purely the case where this one is literally just an upgrade. So we'll grab this as our core, and then we're gonna need some fuel on it. Let's throw this one on. It's a little bit overkill in terms of the size, but I need the space to actually put the instruments on it anyway, so I might as well. Cool, so we've got a little relay satellite on top, and then I'm gonna need solar panels. So we've got the solar panels on. We might as well shove some of these sort of reusable science modules on there. Just, I've got them, might as well. Okay, so all I've done is I've added an extra fuel tank and just a couple of little side boosters just to make sure that I can actually get up. Okay, so let's give this a launch. Okay, we're going real quick so I can turn that one. Oh no, I need to keep that up, I guess, to make sure that I can turn still. Half power's fine. I did turn down the thrust of these fuel boosters just to make them burn a little bit longer. We're going up plenty quickly already, so there's no need for them to be at full power. I probably should have turned those over a little bit earlier, but well. Cool, and we're in space. Let's just start burning, I guess. Oh, helps if I activate the stage. Boom, there we go. Boom, what was that? Cool, so we've got our orbit, and we can now zoom out and set Minmus as our target. So one of the things that is slightly more tricky with Minmus as opposed to the Mun is that it's got a eccentric, I think it is. I think that's the word. Either way, it's on an angle compared to the equator like we had with the Mun. So I can either adjust that now, or I can wait until we're further out and adjust it, which I think means it's a lot cheaper. Oh, that's an encounter with the Mun, not exactly what I'm after. Okay, that gives us an encounter. It's not a particularly good encounter, but it's an encounter nonetheless, which should be fine. So we'll sort that out, and then once we're on our way there, we can do a correction to make us actually a part of the orbit properly. Ooh. One thing I always forget to do, though, is extend a solar panel when I make satellites, and then I wonder why I start time warping over to wherever I'm going to with them, and then I run out of charge, and they die, and there's no way for me to turn them back on. Cool, let's start our burn out towards Minmus. Cool, there goes final stage, so we are now Trilliarges this little satellite. Oh dear, that burnt way more than I meant to, because I wasn't paying attention. Let's just spin it around and see if I can bring us back. I didn't, yeah, I guess, gonna move a lot quicker when disconnected from that. Got so much fuel though, so there we go. Cool, and now that we've got that, we can add a mid-course correction. I always find it so finicky to move around though when you're talking with this small amounts. That'll do us. So I think because of the angle, we're not going to get a perfectly equatorial one, but as it's just a satellite, it doesn't matter too much. It's going to get us our encounter, which is the main goal of this anyway. And there we are, there's a little satellite. Cool, let's just warp out. Oh, that went a lot quicker than I expected. There's the Mun all the way over there. There we go. 15 kilometers. Should be nice and close. head over to when we encounter, I guess. Oh, I could have done that way better, surely. Surely if I'd have just aimed in there as opposed to coming all the way around and back in. I just tried to get a counter. I clearly wasn't thinking very straight. Yeah, this is an awful encounter. Like, as I say, I don't know much about what I'm doing, but I know that this ain't it. Oh, so we've got the flyby Minmus contract done at least. I might leave it at a fairly wide orbit for now. That way I can choose whether I want it to be a close or far orbit. Can I, if I log this, 70%, I might as well wait until I bring someone over. But here we are having a nice little look at Minmus for the first time, which is cool. Well, I say a nice little look, I can't see anything, but there we go. This is a very high orbit. Okay, yeah. Maybe not quite any need for it to be this high. But it's more just so that it's going to be useful, I hope, to have a relay. Cool. Well, now that we've got that out here, let's head back. So, now that we've got that out there, let's see what the next one is. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I was, not gonna lie, kind of hoping to explore Minmus a little bit more, but I guess the whole point of career mode is to do the more trivial bits like this. I mean, these ones sound fun. Surface outposts on the Mun or on Minmus. I've never done any form of surface base or even a space station, so I'm excited to build some of those at some point. But for the time being, I want to kind of progress on the sort of main contract, I guess, ones in order to, explore the system a bit more. Well, since I've kind of only got some more basic contracts to do at the moment, I am going to get those done so that either later on this video or much more likely next time we can send some people to Minmus, because that's what I really want to do. So I'm just going to blast through some contracts, probably edit this down massively unless something funny or interesting happens. I'll keep you updated sort of as it goes through, though. Cool, so we've just got a little satellite in orbit around the Mun. Let's just log some pressure data and transmit that and hope that that counts. Oh no, not enough electric charge? Damn. Oh no, that did work. Nice. Cool. It was just a little one, but I thought I might as well complete it. And then we've got a satellite orbiting the Mun for reasons, I guess. Just realised I meant to transmit some science from around Kerbin before I got to the Mun. Oh well. Can I just cheese this by literally sending up a craft that has two things docked together and I just undock them and redock them immediately and then it's done? Let's have a look. So if we just grab one of these and then shove on a docking port junior and then put another docking port junior on and then one of those, give them both just a tiny amount of fuel. In fact, only one of them needs fuel. The other one can just get crashed into, I guess. Okay, so my thinking is I've just shoved this onto my Mun lander one because I know it'll easily get me up there. And then I've got this P re-entry module and then the command one. So my plan is get into orbit, undock the P. Ooh, that doesn't have. Let's throw on a little reaction wheel as well. Just because otherwise this thing won't be able to turn around, which is usually pretty helpful. And then we only want, let's take Jeb and Val. Give this a go. See if we can cheese it. Just occurred to me like how much wasted fuel and money this is gonna be essentially. Okay, so we're in orbit with our janky craft. I'm gonna drop down a quick save just in case this doesn't work. Didn't even need a fuel tank here, I don't think, but oh well. Let's undock. Did that work? Did that do it? Ah, dock 2 vessels on and around Kerbin. Damn, that didn't work. That's a shame. Okay, so after fiddling around trying to cheese the system and just undock and dock, looks like I am actually going to have to dock 2 craft together. So I've just got the ship that I made to create the satellites up earlier, just because it's nice and simple, fairly low part. And instead of the satellite, we've just got a command module with heat shield, docking port, and then just a little bit of fuel. Just for some maneuvers up top, really. Should be fairly simple doing it like this, hopefully. So I'll just launch 2 crafts, and then when they're in orbit, I'll look at docking them together. Ideally do want to do it in a fairly high orbit, just because I find it's easier when you've got more space to sort of maneuver around. Oh no! Well, that was a mistake. I just used up my middle stage by accident because I panicked and pressed the wrong button. I should have enough Delta V left in this, to be honest, to circularize. It should be okay. Yeah, easily. Panic over. Everything is okay. Okay, so that's the first craft in orbit. Let's head back to the space center. Okay, so we've got our second shift heading up now. We've already burnt through the first couple of stages. And we're just trying to expand out our orbit to match the same height. So I think it's about 100. Yeah. Okay, so it's a pretty intensive burn, but we've got plenty of fuel. So I'm going to quick save just in case I do something stupid and horribly mess it up as usual. But just to get this done quickly, I should have waited until this guy was like approaching us, but that'd have made sense, wouldn't it? And I don't do sensible. So we should be fairly close now. So let's just head sort of directly towards them. Oh, there they are. Quick save and also warp around to where it's sunny, because it's kind of a pain trying to do this in the dark. Should still be pretty close. Could have been a mistake. Oh no, there they are. So we're close enough. Bam. The A, and that did count. Lovely. Let's just undock and send each of these guys home. Announce our arrival. And there we are. And there we have touchdown. Well, splashdown, even. So we're back. We've got 21 science, which is surprisingly not too bad. What's the next one? Explore Minmus. So, return to Kerbin from orbit of Minmus, return to Kerbin from flyby, and gather scientific data from Minmus. Cool. Well, we've done a decent amount this time. We set out our first satellites. And then we've just done a couple of contracts. Next time, I think we will do this, because what I'm planning is to try, and when we first actually land on Minmus, I'm going to build a surface outpost, because let's just go for it. Why not? I've never done one before. Feeling confident, which really, should be a worrying sign, to be honest. But yeah, I think that could be a fun thing to work towards. Let's make the first Minmus landing of this playthrough a surface base. Until next time, though, thank you very much for watching, guys, and yeah, bye.